Here's a 4-minute introduction to differential calculus. Let's start with this curve that graphs the function y equals x squared. Now we'll add a red line, the tangent line, that shows the slope of the curve when x equals 0.4. Our assignment is to find the slope of this tangent. Now imagine a curve and 2 points on the curve. These things define 2 lines. First is the tangent to the curve at the first point, and second is the line that connects the 2 points. Here's how it looks when we add the second line to the graph that we just saw. Now let's see what happens when the points get closer together. When the points get closer together, the lines also get closer, so the slopes of the lines get closer. So the blue line can tell us something about the slope of the tangent. So what is the slope of the line that connects the points? Here's our strategy. First, find the formula of the line that connects the points, and second, see what happens to this formula when the points get closer together. Now, let's use n to represent the distance that the second point is to the right of the first point. What we're going to try to do now is calculate the slope of the blue line that connects the points. We'll do this using algebra. Slope is defined as the change in y divided by the change in x. And in our case, when we're dealing with y equals x squared, it turns out to be this. We want to find the change in y divided by the change in x. Algebraically, the calculations are shown here, and the slope turns out to be equal to 2x plus n. If you're really concerned with the detail here, you might want to pause the video at this point and study this. But here's the point. As n approaches 0, 2x plus n gets closer and closer to being simply 2x. Here's the conclusion. The slope of y equals x squared equals 2x at every value of x. So in our first graph, the slope of the red line when x equals 0.4 is simply 2 times 0.4, or 0.8. Going back to that graph, we now know that the slope of the red line equals 0.8. Now, if the only thing you remember from this lesson is that y equals x squared has a slope of 0.8 when x is 0.4, then you really haven't learned much. It's more important to remember the process we used to find that slope. Here's the key. What we're looking at here, and we're seeing what happens when the 2 points get closer and closer together, is the essence of differential calculus.